Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Advaita
Krishna Krishna
Gadadhara Sivasadi
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare, Krishna Hare, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare Ram
Prabhu
Hare Ram
Nityananda,
Ram
Shri Advaita
Krishna
Gadadhar,
Krishna Krishna
Shivasati
Krishna
Gaur
Hare
Bhakta
Krishna,
Vrinda,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram, Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Jai Shri
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Chaitanya
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
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 Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Nam Nam
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Ram Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Jai Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Chaitanya
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Prabhu
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Nityananda Shri
Krishna
Advaita
Krishna
Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura
Krishna Krishna Hare
Bhakti
Hare
Vedanta
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
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 Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
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 Krishna
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna
Prabhu
Krishna,
Nityananda Sri Advaita
Hare
Radharani
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram 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 Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Jai
Krishna
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram 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 Ram
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Ram, Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Nam
Krishna,
Hare
Nam Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
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 Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Ram Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Ram Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna.
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama,
Ram Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Rama,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna.
Hare
Ram.
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna.
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna.
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Rama
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Jai Sri
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Chaitanya
Ram
Prabhu
Ram Ram
Nityananda
Hare
Sri
Hare
Advaita
Krishna
Gadadhara
Krishna
Sivasadi
Krishna
Gaura
Hare
Bhakta
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Rama
Krishna
Ram
Rama
Krishna
Ram
Rama,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare Ram
Rama,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Rama
Hare Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Chaitanya
Krishna
Prabhu
Krishna
Hare
Nityananda
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Advaita
Krishna Krishna,
Gadadhara
Hare Hare,
Shivasadi
Hare
Gaura
Rama,
Bhaktavrinda
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Rama
Krishna
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Govinda
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
राम
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम
Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Hare
राम
Ram
हरे कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Hare Ram
हरे कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna Krishna
हरे राम
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare Ram
हरे
Krishna Krishna Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम
Hare Krishna Krishna
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Hare
राम हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे राम हरे कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण हरे
Hare Ram
राम
Ram 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 Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण हरे राम राम
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण हरे राम
Krishna
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Krishna Krishna
Nityananda
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Nam Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Ram Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
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 Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
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 Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Jai
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
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 Chaitanya
Hare
Prabhu
Hare, Hare Ram,
Nityanand,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Shri
Hare Hare,
Advaita
Krishna,
Gadadhar
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Srivasadi
Krishna,
Gaura
Krishna
Bhakta.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Jai
Ram,
Sri
Ram, Hare Hare,
Radhe
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Jai
Krishna,
Sri
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Radhe
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Radhe
Ram, Hare
Krishna.
Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Jai
Krishna,
Sri
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Hare.
Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Past 7.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dhanyavad.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Is there sound
Hare Krishna
coming?
Prabhuji.
Are you having sound?
Yes.
No. I mean no
Oh,
background.
no background sound. Your sound is coming well.
No background noise? Yes or no?
No.
Yes, correct.
No.
No background noise.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Dhanyavad. Thank you all for joining, giving your association. Okay, so we'll read Srimad Bhagavatam. Canto 7, Chapter 5, verse 52. Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. So, what has happened is they tried to kill Prahlad. They means Hiranyakashipu and all his armies. They tried to kill Prahlad in so many ways. It didn't succeed. So, Hiranyakashipu became very depressed. He was in anxiety. Shandai and Amarka came, the teachers of Prahlad. They came to Hiranyakashipu and said, "Why are you worried? He is only 5 years old boy. He will learn in due course of time. We'll take him back to school and teach him again. Don't worry about it. You are very powerful. When you move your eyebrows, all the demigods tremble in fear." So, with that hope that he will change, they again took him back to school. Okay, so there we are. That's the context in this verse. Those of you who may not be joining every day. Dharmam artham cha kamam cha nitaram chanupurvashah rado yochatu rajan prashritta vanatayam cha. Thereafter, Shandai and Amarka systematically and unceasingly taught Prahlad Maharaj. So they took him back to school and they were again teaching him, who was very submissive and humble, about mundane religion, economic development, and sense gratification. So Dharma, Artha, Kama, they were teaching him again in the school, and Prahlad was very submissively hearing. There are 4 processes for human society: Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. We don't follow this. This is the path of Pravritti Marg. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But Bhakti is the path of Nivritti Marg. Nivritti Marg means the path of detachment and renunciation and directly taking to Krishna's service. So, this is like for those who want material sense gratification. They perform religious ceremonies and then they get economic development and then they satisfy their senses. The senses are not satisfied. They get frustrated. Then they say, "Okay, I want liberation." So that's moksha. And they culminate in liberation. So, human society must follow a process of religion to advance. And on the basis of religion, one should try to develop his economic condition so that he can fulfill his needs for sense gratification according to the religious rules and regulations. So now, not everybody can take up this path of bhakti directly. So for them, this, because Vedas cater to all kinds of people, so there is also different. If you want to eat meat, yeah, there is a way to eat meat. So so these are there, and after writing all these things, Vyasadeva himself was not satisfied, because he was thinking something is not right, is lacking. And Narad Muni came and said, "You didn't describe pure devotional service and the glories of the Lord. So this will not satisfy." That's why after karma, then one becomes frustrated, and then he says, "Okay, I want something else. Like this is not working," and then you try for moksha, liberation. So material world is designed to frustrate the living entity, because everything here is temporary. So even if it is going nice, it will not last, right? It'll end at some point. So it will cause frustration. So it is designed like that. And it is always changing. This material world is always changing. Today, how my situation is 10 years afterwards, it will not be the same. Something else will be there going on, right? Always changing. So we are in an always changing situation. And that is why it is not satisfying. We want to keep things as it is, uh, in a happy state, but it doesn't stay like that. So if we want to be in a permanent situation of happiness, then we have to go back to the spiritual world. Here it is not possible. Like the world also changes, right? Externally also it changes, right? If you go back to your city in India, right? I mean, how you grew up in that city and how it looks today, it's completely different. Everything is changing in this world. How the world was 50 years back, 80 years back is not the same. And how it will be from 80 years from now, it will not be the same. So it's constant change, and our body is changing, everything is changing. So it doesn't satisfy. Like, we want like a permanent, stable situation of happiness. So, of course, sometimes people may say, well, this change is good because it gives excitement. We don't know what's coming, what's coming up. It's like, there's some uncertainty. Yeah, but when you are in misery, when it turns out to be miserable, then you don't want to be in that change. If it's going to get better for happiness, material happiness, then you look forward to it. But if it's not going to be like that, then you don't look forward to it. So now Iran war has started, right? So many things. You never know when Third World War will start, what will happen in the future, how things will change, what kind of diseases we'll get in our body. So then liberation from material bondage will be easier to attain. That is the Vedic process. So once you are satisfied, also we have desires. So after we are satisfied, then we want to try for something else. That way also, either it frustrates you or you are satisfied. No, now I've done all my. Daksha gave this argument to Narad Muni. Narad Muni made all the sons of Daksha into brahmacharis. And Daksha said, well, this is not good because they have not enjoyed the Grihastha life. How can they? They don't know the pleasures of Grihastha life. How can you renounce them like that? Naturally, they should renounce, like after Grihastha life, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. And Narad Muni is like everywhere he comes in the Bhagavatam, and he makes everybody detached. So he himself is very detached, traveling everywhere and spreading Krishna consciousness. So Bhagavatam is meant to cut our attachment to this banyan tree of material existence, right? In the 15th chapter, Krishna says, yeah, we are hopping on this banyan tree, which is endless. We don't know where it starts, where it ends. This banyan tree is the material world, and we are hopping from one branch to another. When we entered this banyan tree, we don't know. Means when we came, our material existence started. When it will end, we don't know. So he says, Asanga shastrena dridera chitva. with the weapon of detachment, with the sword of detachment, sharpened by determination, one should cut one's, like yesterday Dravida Prabhu was telling, Yad anudhyasina yukta karma granthi nibandanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat katharthim. That's the words, right? With the sword of knowledge, sword of remembrance, one should cut. So by remembering Krishna and our relationship, we should cut our attachment to things that are not favorable for devotional service. So Krishna also says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Of course, Arjuna is saying, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, pramati balavadridam, tasyaham nigraham manye vayuriva sadushkaram. And Krishna says, Asanshayam mahabaho manodur nigraham chalam, abhyasena tu kantya vairagyena chagriyate. Yes, undoubtedly it's very difficult to control the mind, but you have to control it by suitable practice and detachment. Means you have to take it away from those things that are not favorable for devotional service, which wastes our time. Whatever is required, right? I mean, whatever we have to do our job and whatever we require for sustenance, that's required. But don't waste your time. That's one of the symptoms of spiritual progress. Yesterday, I think you asked, Radhika was asking question to Dravida Prabhu, how do you know somebody is pure devotee? And one of the symptoms is, he says, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, that's there. And then Avyartha Kalatvam. And then how much they are propagating Krishna consciousness and how they are influencing others to take up Krishna consciousness. That may not be there, because if somebody is Bhajananandi, they may still be a pure devotee, but they may not be like, engaged in preaching. Like Gaur Krishnadas Babaji is a pure devotee, but he's called Bhajananandi. Like that. So Prajapati Daksha, so here in the text, if you think that simply awakening the sense of renunciation will detach one from the material world, I must say that unless full knowledge is awakened, simply by changing dresses as you have done cannot possibly bring detachment. He's telling Narad Muni, just by wearing saffron dress, you cannot become detached. It has to be consciousness. So, material enjoyment is indeed the cause of all unhappiness, but one cannot give it up unless one has personally experienced how much suffering it is. Therefore, one should be allowed to remain in so-called material enjoyment, while simultaneously advancing in knowledge to experience the misery of this false material happiness. Then, without the help from others, one will find material enjoyment detestful. Those whose minds are changed by others do not become as renounced as those who have personal experience. So he's saying, Daksha is saying, you should have personal frustration, then it will be more easy to become detached than to just hear about it and become detached. But that's the third way of looking.
More intelligent way. So flawed philosophy, because multiple lifetimes we have been doing this. We have been, frustrated multiple lifetimes. So he's saying in this life, you again let them enjoy material enjoyment. Finally, they'll come to the conclusion after they will become detestful from. That's flawed, because multiple lifetimes we have done this.
Yeah, but we don't remember. That's the only problem, that we don't remember.
In the mind there is impressions. That's why some devotees take sannyas very early in their life, and they're renounced from the beginning, from their childhood. We hear from Radha.
I'm saying general population. Of course, we have all gone through death in our past life. We have all gone through old age, disease, and so much suffering. But still, again, we'll go through death. So, some devotees, they have that situation very, like after a very long practice of bhakti yoga, then one comes into a family of devotees and he automatically becomes detached. He has already, it's like a calling for them. That renunciation is a calling for them. And they are not interested by.
But more intelligent person does not have to go through personal experience. He learns from Shastra. That is the first class intelligent person. Second class intelligent person learns by seeing others go through misery and understand, oh no, I don't want to get into such a situation. Third class intelligent person has to personally experience. suffering and finally come to the conclusion. So this is, see, what he's saying is like of less intelligent person goes through this path.
Correct. Yes. So ultimately, yeah, we are seeing that is the most amazing thing in this world. Ahani ahani bhutani kachanti yamalayam. Seshastvaram ichanti kim ashcharya athaparam. Everybody is dying in this world every moment. But others are thinking, yeah, we are not doing. Like today, we heard about Lalita Mataji's sister passed away suddenly of a cardiac arrest. So it can happen to anybody. I mean, this is the nature of this world. So, so even though we see in the news like this, but we think, yes, it's not going to happen to me. I'm going to be around, and we plan our life in this way. So Prabhupada, that's why I said, don't think this will not happen to you. Right? So, when one is above the stages of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, one becomes a devotee. He is then on this platform from which he is guaranteed not to fall again to material existence. Yat gatvana nivartante. So, although it is a miserable situation, we are attached to it and we are rotating in the cycle of birth and death because of Maya, illusion. We don't realize it. So, spiritual life, by Krishna's mercy, we'll get that realization. And if we want it, if we want that, yes, I want to become. Most of us may not want to become detached. That's also another thing, right? So that's why Krishna also does not give it very easily because we don't want it. So, so that is. But somehow or other, if we engage in Krishna's service, Krishna will give us the intelligence, and in our heart, he is situated, and he will give us realization. So, like Prabhupada says, if you chant Hare Krishna, all realizations will come from within. You chant nicely. If you do devotional service in the right consciousness, then all the realizations will come within, from within. So what is that right consciousness? Means I am doing it to please Krishna. Yeah, I am not doing for my own satisfaction. Like Prabhupada said in the purport to Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, he says, Govinda. Govinda is not meant to satisfy our senses. We are meant to satisfy the senses of Govinda. And then everything will come when we are selflessly. Like we say, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when will that day come? When will I have tears in my eyes? When will my voice choke up? When will the hairs of my body stand on end? At the recitation. But that will come after na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. There's a progression in the Shikshashtakam verses. So after na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam vajagdishishkamai, mama janmani janmani ishware. I don't want anything, Krishna. I want to serve you. Mama janmani janmani ishware. For your pleasure. When you have that, then all the ecstatic symptoms and everything will come after that. So, like we say, ruchi, asakti, bhav, prem, all will come after anartha nivritti. Means all the material desires for enjoyment. Then that thing will come. Okay, so he is then on the platform from which he is guaranteed not to fall again to material existence. Yad gatvana nivartante. As advised in the Bhagavad Gita, if one transcends these four processes and is actually liberated, one engages in devotional service, then is guaranteed not to fall to material existence again. Okay. So next verse. Any comments?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
I like to understand, you say there are like 4 stages, and one of the stage is moksha. And then on the next sentence, it says that he's actually liberated. So is there a difference between moksha and liberation,
Yeah, so he says, when one is above the stages of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, one becomes a devotee. Means moksha can mean impersonal liberation. Impersonal liberation means you want to merge because you are now frustrated with sense enjoyment. So prem is higher. It's the pancham purusharth. Prem means love of God. So moksha can mean impersonal liberation, where you go and merge into the Brahma Jyoti. It's not really moksha in that sense, but yeah, you are free from the miseries for the time being. So then Prabhupada says one becomes a devotee. So, or you can say when one does not aspire for these things, is not, then one becomes a devotee. A devotee is above these things, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Moksha there means impersonal liberation. So
Yeah.
it's beyond this.
So they may have an idea that this material world is a miserable place. I hate this. I don't want to be here. I want to go to an eternal place where there is all bliss and enjoyment. But that concept is different from that I love Krishna and I want to serve Radha and Krishna. Right?
Yes.
I want to serve Radha and Krishna. That's why I want to go to the spiritual world. That's the highest devotee. He's a pure devotee. He has no desires. Krishna, you can keep me wherever you want. You can keep me in hell also, as long as I keep on serving you and chanting Hare Krishna. That's a pure devotee.
Yes. Prabhupada said like that. You can send me wherever you want. Whether you send me to hell or wherever you want me to send, but you are situated as super soul in my heart. In the material world, Krishna is always with us as Paramatma in the heart. So he says, you can give me remembrance. So always remind me to chant Hare Krishna like that. So here when Prabhupada says, when one is above the stages, then he says he is then on the platform from which is guaranteed not to fall again to material existence. That means from moksha, he can fall down. That means impersonal liberation. Impersonal liberation, when you merge into the Brahma Jyoti and you feel oneness with the, there from that we know Yanya Vindaksha Vimuktamani Nastvai Yashta Bhavada Vishuddha Buddhaya Aruya Krichena Param Padam Tataha Patantyado Anadrita Yuspadangrahaya. That verse is spoken, it's in the foot, it's the prayers of demigods.
Demigods.
Yeah, second chapter of the 10th canto. Second or third, second chapter, I think it's second chapter.
Second.
Yeah, so there from there also he says one can fall. He's then on the platform. So when one becomes a devotee, then he's guaranteed not to fall again to material existence. Means that moksha is a place, it's not actually Sayujya Mukti. Sayujya Mukti is not permanent. You can fall down. I don't know if you understand this. Sayujya Mukti means you merge into the effulgence of the Lord. And you stay there. Like many people think moksha means you merge into the, that is Sayujya Mukti. But in that merging, there is no joy of serving Krishna and relationship with Krishna and his devotees. There is no pastimes. There is no engagement. We are supposed to be in Krishna's pastimes. But that is moksha. Real moksha, I mean. But
Real Mukti.
Mukti hitva anyatha rupam.
Mukti hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vyavasthiti. Going back to our constitutional position in one of the five rasas with Krishna. Shanta Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhurya Ras. Serving Krishna. That is real Mukti.
Jivere Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. So we are not in our constitutional position in the impersonal liberation because we are not serving Krishna. There is no active service. I mean, so we don't stay there. So we can fall down. So that's what Prabhupada is saying here. You fall down. But when you become a devotee, means pure devotee, then you don't fall down into material existence because you are now in your original state. Of course, the question always comes, right? If we were there, then how did we fall down? If we were with Krishna in the first place, then why did we fall down? Yeah, it's inconceivable for us, so we'll not discuss that question. But somehow we are here in the material world. Like house is on fire, we don't say, well, how did the fire start? First get out of the fire. Then you may investigate the cause. How did the fire start? But while you are in the fire, don't investigate how the fire started, because you'll get burnt up. Meanwhile, if you start, okay, let me see if the wires were not correctly, electrical thing was not done properly. Let me investigate, and then meanwhile the fire will consume you. So Prabhupada said like that. Don't worry about how you fire started. You first get out of the house, then everything will become clear. So anyway, so that's how it is. So, but people say, well, if we fell down, then again we can fall down. Yeah, Prabhupada says, yeah, once bitten, twice shy. You already got burnt, you don't want to put your hand again in the fire. So it's like that, something like that. We had a bad experience. We may not remember all the details of the bad experience in the material world because we have had millions of lifetimes. So, but we know somehow that we become intelligent somehow and say, no, I will not go there again. Okay, so that is how it's explained. So then is guaranteed not to fall to material existence again. Okay, and you can be liberated here also if you're fully engaged in devotional service. What is that verse? Iha yasye.
Hayase hare dase karmane manasa gira nikhilashvape sujivan mukta sauchati.
Yeah, so if you're fully, like you're doing everything for pleasure of Krishna, then you're liberated here also. You don't have to wait till your death and then go back to you're liberated here. Because liberation is a state of consciousness. Yeah, it is a state of consciousness first. Then, according to your consciousness, you go to wherever next life. Krishna says, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam. So, first, if you're in consciousness of the spiritual world here, then you go back to the spiritual world. Then you fit there. Because the same consciousness, in the same environment, you will not feel out of place. Because it's the same consciousness, same environment. Otherwise, we will not feel comfortable there, right? I often give this example that if you are in a football stadium and you never know how this game is played, right? Then everybody is cheering, but you will feel, I don't know, I don't understand what's going on, and I don't know the rules of the game, I don't know what it is, and everybody is cheering, but I feel out of place. So how do we know when we are ready to go? When the same consciousness is here, what is there in the spiritual world, that same consciousness is here, then we know I'm fit now. We can ourselves analyze, right? We don't have to get anybody's certificate or anything. When we are always engaged in devotional service and we find joy and happiness in devotional service and not in anything else, that means you're ready, you're fit to go back to the spiritual world. Because you'll fit in that environment where everybody is doing like that. I mean, they are talking and chanting and hearing about Krishna and like that. So that's why it is said the goal of life, essence of all advice, is to always chant, remember, hear about Krishna. What is that verse in the Nectar of Instruction?
Tannamrutpachalitadi sukirtinano smatyat manasi niyojya. Sthan vaje tadanuragi jananugam kalam ne dakhilam tipadeshasanam.
24 hours a day. Okay. But we have to do some work here. So we can do work for Krishna. Like that. Work is not like, okay. Then we will go back there. We want to go back there, but we have to also be qualified, right? Our consciousness has to be like how it is in the spiritual world. Otherwise, after some time, we'll feel, I don't feel comfortable here. I don't like this. So we come back. Yathat river, of course, you are not allowed there, first of all, because they will check, right? As we say, you cannot pass through the security gate because they will check, right? Whether you have any lust, anger, greed, any material desires. And if the scanner beeps, then you have to go out and again come back in. In our security, we know. So again, we come back to this material world. We don't like the miseries of the material world, but we also have to have devotion to Krishna. So just by not liking something, but you should also have the positive thing, means devotion to Krishna. Okay. Yathatri, like we say, not only anartha nivritti, but artha pravritti. Anartha nivritti is required. Yes, it is there. And artha pravritti, both. So we say anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjana. Doing things that are favorable, but at the same time avoiding things that are unfavorable. Otherwise, it's like lighting a fire and pouring water at the same time. So it will not work. It will not. It will take a long time, right? Or it may not light only. So yathatri vargam gurubhir atmane upasikshitam na sadhu mene tat chiksham dvanvar romo pavarnitam. The teacher Sandai Namarka instructed Prahlad Maharaj in three kinds of material advancement called religion, economic development, and sense gratification. Dharma, Artha, Kama, they were teaching him. Prahlad, however, being situated above such instructions, did not like them. For such instructions are based on the duality of worldly affairs, which involve one in a materialistic way of life, marked by birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay. So they were saying, just make your cell in the prison better. But Prahlad was not liking it, right? I mean, somebody says, I'll give you a nice cell in the prison. You're in the prison and somebody says, I'll give you a nice cell. This is not so good, This is an attached bathroom, You don't have to go out to the common bathroom where all the inmates go. This cell has an attached bathroom. And you say, yeah, this is a nice cell. I got an attached bathroom with my cell. And, whatever other perks are there. Maybe they give you one more meal and there is maybe an air conditioning also where it becomes too hot. There is an air condition in this cell. There is an air conditioning attached to the window, so you'll feel a little comfortable and a little bit nicer bed than that cell which doesn't. Then you say, yeah, I like this cell. So it is our situation in the material world. We want to improve our material condition, but nobody wants to get out of the prison, right, by bhakti, and that you can only get out by bhakti. But most of us are engaged in trying to make our economic condition better in this prison cell. So the entire world is interested in the materialistic way of life. Prabhupada is saying, entire world is interested in materialistic way of life, means how to increase sense gratification. Indeed, practically 99.9% of the people in the three worlds are uninterested in liberation or spiritual education. So 99.9% most of the people are not interested in going back home, back to Godhead. As Prabhupada says, most of us don't desire to go back home, back to Godhead. But if somebody desires, then Krishna helps in all respects. Because we are accustomed to living here and everybody is living here. So many people are living here in this jail. So we think, yeah, they're also living. We are also living. It's nice. Once in a while there is war and things like that. But it's nice. Overall, it's nice. And so 99.9% Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kashid Yatati Siddhe. Then Manushyanam Sahasreshu
Yatamapi siddhanam.
Kashin Mam.
Yatamapi siddhanam. Kashin mam veti tattva. Also muktanam api siddhanam. Narayana Parayana.
Mahatmana.
Kotishwar Prashantatma.
Sudurlabha Prashantatma.
Sudurlabha Prashantatma Kotishwar.
Yeah, so it is not
among millions of people,
yeah.
One person will be a devotee of Narayana. Such a devotee is very rare.
Because faith is also not there, right? Faith is also required, right? I mean, how is there a spiritual world? Who has seen? This is a big thing. People say, who has seen that there is a world out there where Krishna is talking about, but who has seen? We know of this world, right? So that is also, first of all, Krishna is there also or not, who knows? Like many people think like that. Arey, what is this? You are talking so much about Krishna. Many people think it's mythology. Did Krishna really exist? There's always this debate going on in the mythology. Did Ram build that bridge? Did Ram really existed? or is it some stories that have been written? So there is always all these doubts are there. So sometimes our mind gives all these doubts. You may not have this, but if the mind, that's why Prabhupada says, don't think too much with the mind. Don't believe the mind, whatever it says. The mind is not, believe the Shastra. That mind is always, Prabhupada, right? When somebody said, my mind wanders here everywhere when I chant. He says, where is the question of mind? You chant with your tongue and you hear with your ears. Means you ignore the mind. Mind is not in the picture. Mind is always coming up with all the past impressions that are embedded in the mind, and it is always coming up with so many proposals. But we are above the mind. So, Indriyani parani ahu indrebhya param manaha manasastu para buddhir yo buddhe parasastu saha. In the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, yes, you are not this mind. So don't believe the mind all the time. What the mind says is, yeah, what my mind is saying is the right thing. Don't believe. So, yeah, we should not put trust in the mind. Prabhupada says it's like a wild animal. Unless it becomes completely tamed. But even a tamed wild animal can distract at any time. Can attack at any time. Like you may think this lion is tamed, and you may be thinking, yeah, he's been behaving nicely for the last 1 year. But you never know when that lion, what goes in that lion's mind, and suddenly he will pounce on you and catch you by the neck and kill you. You never know. So we don't have lions as pets. So we cannot have. Yeah. So an unchaste woman is very easily carried away by paramours, and sometimes happens that her husband is violently killed by her paramours. If the yogi gives his mind a chance and does not restrain it, his mind will give facility to enemies like lust, anger, and greed, and they will doubtlessly kill the yogi. So you may be senior devotee, whatever it may be, so many years you may have chanted Hare Krishna, but can never trust this mind. So we have to be very vigilant with this mind. We can get carried away by this mind at any time. Of course, for pure devotees, until you reach the platform of prem, then you cannot fall down. But till that, even Bharat Maharaj on the Bhav platform, he fell down. So, what to speak of us? We are not even at Anartha Nivritti stage. So the entire world is interested in the materialistic way of life. Indeed, practically, 99.9% of the people in the 3 worlds are uninterested in liberation or spiritual education. Everybody is interested in material education. How can I become a doctor? How can I become a lawyer? How everybody is planning for their career. But how many are interested in spiritual education? And big universities are there, right? But where is the spiritual education about how can I conquer birth, death, old age, disease, and what is the purpose of this life? Where is that education? What is the purpose of this life? Why am I here? Why am I suffering? Where is the philosophical answers to these questions? So that is only in Prabhupada's books. Only the devotees of the Lord, headed by such great personalities as Prahlad Maharaj and Narad Muni, are interested in the real education of spiritual life. And we become proud also. I have so many degrees. But Krishna says, Namam dushkritina mudha prapadyante naradama maya aprita jnana asurim bhavam ashritaha. Your real knowledge has been taken away by Maya. And you are thinking, I have this degree, I have PhD, I am a doctor, I am a lawyer, I am an engineer, whatever. I am so educated. But if you don't know who you are, then all this knowledge is useless. Because all this knowledge only makes you attracted to the material world, and you forget your real situation. Jada Vidya Mayar Vaibhav, Tumar Bhajane Badha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Vidyara Vilase, he's saying. Jada Vidya. And he makes me a Gadha, he says. This knowledge makes me a Gadha, a donkey, to work very hard. Donkey works very hard, like an ass. the beast of, what is a burden of the, how do they say? Beast of the,
A beast of burden.
beast of burden. Yeah, beast of burden. So we have taken on so much load on our shoulders for enjoyment, as Prahlad Maharaj also says, right? Naivo dvije paradurattaya varitvaitaranyas vadvirya gayan mahamrita magna chittaha shoche tatho vimukha chetasa indriyartha maya sukhaya bharam udvahato vimudan. People have taken on so much load on themselves and so much stress for the purpose of illusory enjoyment. I am worried about them, all these people. For Maya Sukh, they are working so hard. So Prahlad Maharaj says, I'm lamenting. Shoche Tato, all these people. Prabhupada was crying, right, when he saw these people playing golf in their old age and they don't have any idea. And of course, leading a sinful life and like that. So we belong to a happy place full of enjoyment, and we have come here in this material world, which is nothing but birth, death, old age, disease repeatedly, right? And all the struggles. So for those who know, they think, why is he suffering? Like it's like somebody who's a rich person's son, but he's lying in the gutter and he's drinking alcohol and he's lying in the gutter. We may say, what kind of life he's leading? He's the son of such a rich person. He has all the comforts at home, but he has left his home. He's taking drugs. He's lying in the gutter. So it's like that for us. We may not be actually lying in the gutter, but this is a gutter, right? This material world is a gutter where you get experience birth, death, old age, disease again and again, and all the miseries and all the wars and all these things. And people are so those who know, they say, what this person is doing here? He should not be here. But we are very busy, right? We are busy. I have to do this, I have to do that. And those who are watching from outside, they are thinking, this person. It's like a child, right? Child is very busy playing with his toys. He's building up, like with all his things. He's building up his castle and everything like that. Very nice. But the elder person, he knows, what is this? Ultimately, it's nothing. But for the child, it's very valuable, right? I'm doing my thing, I'm doing this cube, I'm doing the robotics, and I'm doing the cube and all this. But ultimately, it's useless, right? In the long run, what is this? This is nothing, no value. The child keeps playing like that. So we are playing in the material world. So the elder person, like the acharyas, they come and they say, what are you doing here? Like Badrinath Maharaj was saying, what are we doing in this situation of birth, death, old age? And we have made so many duties like that, right? We are thinking, I have to do this, I have to do that. But the real thing, of course, you all are doing, you are chanting Hare Krishna, that's the real thing. But I'm generally saying that Prabhupada is saying like that because I'm just following Prabhupada's mood. And I'm speaking according to Prabhupada's mood. So Prabhupada is saying, indeed, practically 99.9% of the people in the three worlds are uninterested in liberation or spiritual education. Only the devotees of the Lord, headed by such great personalities as Prahlad Maharaj and Narad Muni, are interested in real education of spiritual life. One cannot understand the principles of religion while staying on the material platform. Therefore, one must follow these great personalities, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have to hear from the great personalities. Yesterday we discussed this verse. Which one? Sushrushushadda dhanasya vasudeva katharuchi syan mahat sevaya vipra punya tirtha nishevanat. You have to hear. Sir means first hear. Hear from the great devotees. And that's when your attraction for hearing about Krishna comes about. By serving those great devotees who are completely free from vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. So we have to hear from the pure devotees. And Prabhupada is a pure devotee. He is speaking to us in the Bhagavatam. So we have to read his books. Prabhupada says every day you should read my books, 3 to 4 hours. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.20. And read means not read just to finish. Try to absorb. And as if Prabhupada is speaking to me, it's an instruction he's giving to follow. Not just for academic knowledge and all this. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manu Prahlado
Yeah.
Janakashma.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, we were discussing this verse Raja Vidya Rajagoyam Pavitravidamuttamam Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmam. This spiritual knowledge is realized through experience, right? We may be hearing, but unless you apply that knowledge, you don't have realization. And
Actually,
it's all through.
yeah, we apply. And if you are hearing, the realization of those who are speaking, that comes to you. That's also I have seen that when great devotees speak, right? When they
Purity is the force.
purity. So somehow that realization gets transmitted through their vani, and when it enters your ear, it comes into your heart and gives you realization. So that is very powerful, this hearing. And of course, yeah, that you were saying, we have Shravanam, Mananam, what is it? Shravanam, Mananam, then
Nididhyasam.
Nididhyasam, and Sakshatkaram.
Sakshat.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, very easy to speak.
yeah.
We can give hours and hours of classes, but when the situation comes, that's where Krishna is watching, or we are also watching. Am I able to apply? Then we should introspect and see, no, I'm not able to apply.
That's
And
why
be,
ideally we should always be hearing and chanting. So then that's the verse, right? Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. So then there is no, you're always in Krishna consciousness, you're always hearing. Then you're not, like we say, if you're chanting, then you're not speaking Prajalpa. Right?
yeah,
You're not
mind should not be empty. Mind should always be absorbed in some service to Krishna. Projects that you should take up in life. What Prabhupada says, I mean, you should always think of preaching efforts, so that your mind is not blank, empty, because that is devil's workshop.
Yeah.
So many thoughts can come to you, but if the mind is absorbed, I want to increase my spiritual life, I want to increase my chanting, I want to hear this lecture, take notes, I want to prepare for my class, I want to do this.
I want to work to give money to the temple. It's okay also.
Yeah, some people do extreme, like this Janmashtami comes, Vajbhakti Mataji makes flower dress for Krishna, and she says she is absorbed. 4-5 days, she knows nothing what is going on outside. She's just concentrated on. So like even 1 or 2 days, one day, let's say one day, we give full absorption to Krishna. Go to the temple from early morning till night. Engage in services in the temple. Pot washing, cleaning the temple, cutting vegetables, cooking, deity worship. You can see the difference that, okay, today I was fully absorbed in Krishna. I didn't have any time to think of any other thoughts. So we should repeatedly do such things, and we can see a difference. Constantly evaluate our consciousness and see how I can improve it. What can I do? Deepti, Taluri on the call, she tells me that she goes to, her temple is very far away from her place, but then she goes like Friday evening until Sunday evening. She lives in the temple and she does services all day long. And Deepti can share what her experience is by being constantly absorbed for a few days in service she's hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, Mataji, it's very, really powerful and amazing. I get to be in association of devotees, especially I got this opportunity. I don't know, I'm so ungrateful, but Krishna's mercy that he gave me this opportunity for deity dressing that I do every Saturday, and it's like so intense, so powerful. I feel like even though I'm doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's not enough for me because I come into again this Monday to Friday into this Maya, and I still feel like kind of weak, as you said. If I have that constant association and being absorbed in serving Krishna, being around by devotees, it's so powerful and intense. Yeah, it definitely has an impact and it's transforming.
Thank you for sharing all your experiences. Yeah, so somehow or other, we have to engage in Krishna's mind, in Krishna's service. So then I idle brain is devil's workshop. So as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.20, Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manu Prahlado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayasakir Vayam. One must follow in the footsteps of such great personalities as Lord Brahma, Narada, Lord Shiva, Kapila, Manu, the Kumaras, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhishma, Janaka, Bali Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami, and Yamaraj. Those interested in spiritual life should follow Prahlad Maharaj in rejecting the education of religion, economic development, and sense gratification. One should be interested in spiritual education. Therefore, the Krishna consciousness movement is spreading all over the world, following in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj, who did not like any of the materialistic education he received from his teachers. Okay. So he did not like what they were teaching. But he was very humble and submissive. Yeah, respectfully disagreeing. Let me say in English. I respectfully disagree with what you say. Giving respect to, yeah, but I disagree. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. So we will read Bhagavatam, the other verses from the Bhagavatam. Let's see where we are. Tenth canto, we were on the which worshipping Govardhan Hill. Did I put in the chat? Where is the? I didn't put it in the chat. If somebody can keep track of the verses, where
I
we
think
end.
it was 26
26, okay.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, either through memory or through, yeah, okay. Priti posted 24, 26, okay. Some of you have good memory, so you don't need to. Yeah, but so 26th. So we'll start. Somebody like to read 5 verses from there. This Krishna is saying how to worship Govardhan Hill. Any takers, volunteers?
I can read, Prabhuji. Let many different kinds of food be cooked, from sweet rice to vegetable soups. Many kinds of fancy cakes, both baked and fried, should be prepared, and all the available milk products should be taken for this sacrifice. Text 27. The Brahmanas who are learned in the Vedic mantras must properly invoke the sacrificial fires. Then you should feed the priests with nicely prepared food and reward them with cows and other gifts. Text 28. After giving the appropriate food to everyone else, including such fallen souls as dogs and dog eaters, you should give grass to the cows and then present your respectful offerings to Govardhan Hill. Text 29. After everyone has eaten to his satisfaction, you should all dress and decorate yourselves handsomely, smear your bodies with sandalwood paste, and then circumambulate the cows, the brahmanas, the sacrificial fires, and Govardhan Hill. Text 30. This is my idea, O Father, and you may carry it out if it appeals to you. Such a sacrifice will be very dear to the cows, the brahmanas, and Govardhan Hill, and also to me.
So you want to say anything? So this is how he's saying you should worship Govardhan Hill. We should give food to everybody. After offering it to Govardhan in sacrifice, then everybody should be fed sumptuously, and then we should do Govardhan Parikrama. After bhajan, after bhojan, Right? So, and then this is my idea. Krishna is saying, if you like it, if it appeals to you, then you should do this. So, yeah. Krishna never forces. Of course, he kind of forced by his convincing arguments. He made Nanda Maharaj intellectually convinced, or by presenting the Karma Kim Mimamsa philosophy that he should not worship Indra but worship Govardhan Hill. So, yeah, Krishna by his intelligence convinces us through Bhagavad Gita also. And then he says, yes, Yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. Now I have told you everything, now you can do whatever you like. So then we have to come to the conclusion of Arjun, Karishye Vachanam Tava. So we should say to Krishna, yes, I will do as you like. Because what you are saying is good for me. So in that way. So he says, this is my idea, O Father, and you may carry out if it appeals to you. Such a sacrifice will be very dear to the cows, Brahmanas, Govardhan Hill, and also to me. Okay. So Prabhupada was saying, I was remembering, Prabhupada says, our life is what? To chant, hear, read, and preach. That was one quote like that. This is our life. To chant, hear, read, and preach. Okay.
Prabhuji, I just got reminded of that importance of Mahaprasad. Like there were some preparations and all mentioned in these words. There is a story, right? Like a Mahaprasad, like where Lord Shiva got, Narad got, but Mata Parvati did not get. And do you remember that? Can you tell that? I just want to
Yeah, who
get
wants to
reminded
tell
of
that
that one.
story? Somebody like to tell the story.
I forgot the whole context. I just know some parts of it.
I think, who wants to tell the story? Does Radhika Kishori is having meeting? Who wants to tell the story? Preeti won't like to tell the story. Maybe Preeti knows or Janish knows.
No, I only remember bits and pieces as well, so can't say.
So Narad Muni one time he went to Vaikuntha and he served Lakshmi Devi very nicely. So Lakshmi Devi said, since you served me very nicely, I want to give you a boon. Ask for anything. Narad Muni said, see, you are serving Vishnu and sometimes he leaves behind some things. He does not eat everything. He leaves behind his remnants. Can you give those remnants to me? Lakshmi was in a dilemma. Lakshmi said, well, you asked me for this, but what can I do? You know, only a few days back, Vishnu told me, don't give my remnants to anybody. So Narad Muni said, but I really want it. So Lakshmi Devi said, okay, you really want it, I will ask Vishnu if he will give the remnants. So Lakshmi approached Vishnu. Vishnu said, yes, you can take my remnants, but make sure I'm not watching who is eating the remnants like that. So sometimes maybe that is the reason we close the curtain when we are eating prasadam. So he said, okay, give my remnants, you can take it away and give it to whoever wants it, but don't let me know. So then Lakshmi Devi gave the remnants to Narad Muni. Narad Muni, he took the remnants and he became very ecstatic. Oh, it's like prasad, this is prasad, directly coming from the mouth of the Supreme Lord. So he became so ecstatic and he was dancing and jumping and doing kirtan. And then what happened? He was traveling everywhere and he came to Kailash, where Lord Shiva resides. And Lord Shiva said, Narad Muni, what happened? You seem to be super. He's always ecstatic. Narad Muni is always ecstatic. But today you are super ecstatic. Is something going on? He said, I got the prasad of Vishnu. And Lord Shiva said, see, I am your friend. You didn't save any for me. You should have left something for me. And Narad Muni said, no, I just ate it all. What can I do? And somehow there was something stuck on Narad Muni's finger somewhere, some little grain like Draupadi, that little vegetable or rice was stuck. So then Shiva said, oh, you don't know, you have that. See, I can see it on your finger a little bit. So then he took it. And Lord Shiva, taking that little prasad, prasad is very potent. Like if you inject a poison, a little bit of poison in some part of the body, then the whole body becomes affected. Like us, when your snake bites, it is only on your leg or somewhere, the snake bites. It injects a little poison, but then whole thing gets affected. So little prasad Lord Shiva took, and he became very ecstatic. He became so ecstatic. He was jumping and dancing and doing his nritya, Tandav nritya, like that something. Parvati came. Parvati said, what happened? My husband, why are you so much? It's not the time for destruction. You do this Tandav nritya and all this at the time of destruction, but it's not the time. What happened? Why are you in so much ecstasy? And Lord Shiva said, well, I got the prasad of Vishnu. Parvati said, didn't you save anything for me? Yeah, didn't you save anything for me? Lord Shiva said, only I had little bit. Narad Muni gave only a little bit and I just ate it. I didn't think of saving for you. Parvati became very angry. She did not get Mahaprasad of Vishnu. She went to Vishnu and said, see, I did not get your Mahaprasad. This is not fair, This is, everybody got Narad Muni. Then what did Vishnu say? He said that in my form as Jagannath, in Jagannath Puri, before anybody gets my prasad, you will get the prasad first. So in Jagannath temple, there is this, what is the name of the Parvati who is in the form of, who gets the prasad first? Yeah, Bimala Devi.
Bimala Devi. Bimala Devi, yeah.
Bimala Devi. So Bimala Devi will get the prasad first. And so then the prasad is then distributed. So Parvati got that boon. And that's why when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was born to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, in response to his prayers, because he wanted a son who would spread Krishna consciousness. So then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was born. So he named him as Bimala Prasad. So Bimala Prasad was his name before got the name Bhakti Siddhanta. Like that. Okay, so that's the story.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. That was really nice.
It's a famous story, yeah. Yeah, a lot of times devotees say this. Okay, so anything else? We'll read the next 5 verses from 31 to 35. So Govardhan Prasad, like Govardhan is, everybody gets Prasad. Jagannath is also very famous for giving Prasad. They say you don't have to observe Ekadashi in Jagannath Puri. I don't know if it's true or not, but sometimes they say like that. Jagannath Puri, there is nobody, everybody can get Prasad. Even if dog eats the Prasad and if it comes out of his mouth, you can still take the Prasad, something like that. Jagannath Puri is famous for Prasad. The Lord is eating so much every day. Okay. That's why sometimes when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refuses to eat, the devotees say, don't pretend, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Jagannath, you're in the temple. You're eating so much every day. And now you're not eating, you're also Jagannath. Because Jagannath and Lord Chaitanya are not different. As Basu Ghosh says, right? Shri Radhar Bhave Begora Avatar Hare Krishna Nama Gora Korila Prachar Vasudeva Ghosh Bole Kori Joda Hath Shei Gaur Shei Krishna Shei Jagannath Jai Gaur Shei Krishna Shei Jagannath Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvane Gauri Jai Jai. So there is no difference between Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, we say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in mood of Radharani, so he's feeling separation from Krishna. So whenever he would see Jagannath, he would he's seeing Krishna. And Jagannath is also in the mood of remembering all the Vrajvasis and Radharani. Right? That's why his eyes are big. There's that story we know, that how Rohini was narrating. So Jagannath is also feeling separation from all the Vrajvasis. And here is Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, feeling separation from Krishna. So Jagannath and Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are like Radha Krishna again coming after a long separation. So this is what it is. Okay, so verse 31 onwards, 31 to 35. Would like to
I can read, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Okay. 31. Sukadeva Goswami said, Lord Krishna, who is himself powerful time, desired to destroy the false pride of Lord Indra. When Nanda and the other senior men of Vrindavan heard Sri Krishna's statement, they accepted his words as proper. The cowherd community then did all that Madhusudan had suggested. They arranged for the Brahmanas to recite the auspicious Vedic mantras, and using the paraphernalia that had been intended for Indra's sacrifice, they presented offerings to Govardhan Hill and the Brahmanas with reverential respect. They also gave grass to the cows, then placing the cows, bulls, and cows in front of them, they circumambulated Govardhan. As the beautifully ornamented cowherd ladies followed along, riding on wagons drawn by oxen, they sang the glories of Lord Krishna, and their songs mingled with the Brahmanas' chanting of benedictions. Krishna then assumed an unprecedented huge form of instilled faith in the cowherd men, declaring, I am Govardhan mountain. He ate the abundant offerings. Okay. It was till 35 only, right? Okay. Right.
So many lessons through this. One is to destroy the false pride of Indra. Second is to establish Govardhan as non-different from Krishna. So that is also the reason why this Govardhan Leela happened. And then to discourage demigod worship. So all this, so many, to protect Indra also. Indra is a devotee. So Krishna has to purify his devotee, right? He developed false pride. So he has to humiliate him. Indra was thinking that I am the top, So Krishna arranged a situation for him to be humiliated. Like we say, if we are not humble, then we'll be humbled. So then he was trying his best to blow the Govardhan hill from Krishna's finger, but he was not succeeding, and everybody was watching. Right? In the heavenly planets, everybody was watching because Indra is like the center. He's the king of all. So the king is trying something. Everybody is watching that he is helpless in doing anything. So in this way, Krishna puts us into helpless situations so that we become humble. Yeah. Okay, so that is. So next 3 verses we can read. Somebody like to read. And that's the end of the chapter.
I can read. Which one? 34 onwards?
36 onwards.
Okay. Together with people of Raja, the Lord bowed down to this form of Govardhana hill, thus in effect offering obeisances to himself. Then he said, just see how this hill has appeared in person and bestowed mercy upon us. This Govardhana hill, assuming any form he wishes, will kill any residents of the forest who neglect him. Therefore, let us pay our obeisances to him for the safety of ourselves and our cows. The member of the cowherd community, having thus been inspired by Lord Vasudeva to properly execute the sacrifice to Govardhana hill, the cows and the Brahmanas returned with Lord Krishna to their village Raja.
You want to say anything?
Prabhuji, I think that you can.
Yeah, so Krishna is
So
bowing
it
down.
says over here, Govardhana Hill, assuming any form he wishes. Can you elaborate on that? Means, have we seen any other form?
No, God assuming any form because he's Krishna, so he can assume any form. This Govardhan hill, assuming any form.
Okay, as Krishna, I can assume.
Kamarupi indicates the form of Govardhan can manifest as poisonous snakes. So he can. He says those who don't worship Govardhan will be beaten by the poisonous snakes on Govardhan. Kamarupi indicates the form of Govardhan. That's a pastime on Govardhan, right? When Radharani, what is that snake pastime? When Radharani runs to Krishna, being afraid of a snake on Govardhan. So Govardhan helps the union of Radha and Krishna. Or she's bitten by the snake of separation. It says Kamarupi indicates that the form of Govardhan can manifest as poisonous snakes, wild animals, falling rocks, and so on, which are all of which are competent to kill a human being. According to Srila Sridhar Swami, the Lord presented 6 theoretical points in this chapter. That karma alone is sufficient to determine one's destiny, that one's conditioned nature is the supreme controller, that the modes of nature are the supreme controller, that the Supreme Lord is simply a dependent aspect of karma, that he is under the control of karma, that one's occupation is actual worshipable deity. So this is the 6 points that Krishna made through his karma mimamsa philosophy. The Lord presented his arguments not because he believed them, but rather because he wanted to stop the impending sacrifice to Indra and divert it to himself in the form of Govardhan Hill. In this way, the Lord desired to agitate that falsely proud demigod. Yeah, so Krishna will agitate us and then humble us like that. So, okay, so this is what it is, this chapter. See what is the next chapter. Lord Krishna lives Govardhan Hill. So, any comments, or we can hear a class, or don't have anything to say? Anybody like to say anything, sing any song? Okay, so we can hear some class.